Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the Divine Feminine. This is in regards to love. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. If you want a reading more catered to your circumstance, if you find that this does not resonate, feel free to to email me. That'll be in the description box below. I'm going to start off. I had already pulled a card prior to tapping in here to see what could be hindering your connection with your divine masculine. Now, this could be someone that you've already met, things didn't get off the ground with. This could be someone that you had an actual relationship with, but things did not work out. Or it could be someone who you have yet to meet. Regardless of the circumstance, take it how it resonates for you. It will not resonate with everybody. But what did come out that needs to be cleared so that you can have a more progressive and healthy relationship, it says, all unforgiveness of myself and others is now cleared from my energy and spirit and in flesh. This is from my Declare and Decree deck. So if you find that this deck resonates with you, you can always place the order with me directly. So you're going to write this down on paper and burn it. So you can go ahead and screenshot that. So unforgiveness is the main thing that could cause some resistance in your connection with your divine masculine, whether it's unforgiveness of him or previous partnerships. You know, if you haven't met him, whatever the case may be, that needs to be worked out. So you want to write that down and burn it. So let's jump right into it and see what this message is all about. So this says, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So I feel like your divine masculine can respect the fact that you have set healthy boundaries for yourself. You're loving on yourself to the point where you're not just accepting anything, okay? And so loving yourself first, it actually makes you more romantically attractive. It's actually drawing this person closer to you. So of course, the divine feminine is the empress, and you sit on your throne, very comfortably on your throne, and you do not chase. So I can definitely see this says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. You may be coming into union with someone where you're going to enjoy the holidays if you celebrate them, or just, you know, really nice days where it feels like holidays. It feels like, you know, it's a vacation. You could be going on vacation with someone. And so I do see beautiful energy here. Yeah, this is your soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So whoever this is that you will be spending time with, they are your soulmate. And I see a strong bond here. I see two people that mutually care for one another, lots of affection, lots of emotional attachments here. Let's see. Yeah, lots of passion as well. Okay, so this says, allow your hearts and soul to sing with joy. These cards are old. I got to get another deck, y'all. So I do see a lot of passion, a lot of affection, a lot of love between two people. I'll take one more from this deck. So it says, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So definitely having a positive outlook, being optimistic, expecting the best out of a situation. The only thing that could hinder is any unforgiveness. So let me see, what deck do I want to use? This is starting off really, really good, though, Divine Feminine. So for those of you who haven't met your person yet, it's going to be a very strong connection, lots of passion, lots of affection, beautiful times together, beautiful memories being created. As long as you stay optimistic and clear out any unforgiveness, you can definitely thrive in this connection. Let me see. So I have two cards here. I have legal, lawyer's court paperwork, legal. So there could be some legal issues that need to be worked out, whether it's on your behalf or on your divine masculine's behalf. Then you have nurturing, mentorship, wisdom, giving back. So someone, your divine masculine, could be a mentor of some sort. I mean, he could be very interested in, you know, taking care of children or mentoring them or guiding them, whether y'all have children together or whether he does this for, you know, other people's children out in the community. But I definitely see someone who has a love for children. Let me see. Then I have shattered, broken, nightmares, failures. Somebody feels like a failure here. I have to see why is that. I feel like the divine masculine, they may feel like a failure for some reason. Let me see. What is this? Shattered, broken, nightmares, failures. Maybe they have a fear of self-sabotaging or sabotaging a relationship in some way. Let me see. I'm also picking up that for some of you, your divine masculine could also be dealing with legal issues. Like maybe if it's dealing with court, child support or something like that. Especially with that coming out next to the nurturing card with the man next to the child. It could be that for some of you. It's not going to be the case for everybody. But let me just see. Shattered. What is the shattered energy coming from? Masculine energy, authority, discipline, father figure. So maybe this divine masculine feels like he messed up in the past here. Okay. With this, because this is the same energy as the emperor. We're talking about father figure, authority, masculine. I feel like maybe with the shattered card, he feels like he was a failure in certain ways when it came to his position in his children's lives. And so he's wanting to rectify that, probably taking on legal matters or, pressing forward to ensure that he has a strong position in his children's lives if there's an issue with the child's mother. Or it could be like him, if you share children together, he's doing what's necessary to make up for lost time in some way. Let me see. Okay, so I have the card of vacation, get away, relax, have fun. So there's a strong energy. This is the same thing as this one here, which was saying enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. It feels like there's this energy of just relaxing, finding the sweet spot here, doing things that are fun together, getting out into nature, just doing things that allow you to relax. Not a whole lot of hustle and bustle and moving around. I feel like this is a lot of making up for lost time for some of you, or just finally feeling free with your divine masculine is what I'm picking up, divine feminine. So when you do get into your relationship, it's a strong energy of just going out, having a good time, relaxing, putting away, the work and the hustle and bustle of life, and just doing things that allows you to relax and feel free and at ease here. So let me see, what else do we have? Let's see, what does your divine masculine want you to know? That'll be a good one. What does your divine masculine want you to know at this time? And then we'll see what you can do to enhance the relationship. So what he wants you to know, this says time, delay, procrastination, too busy. So either he wants you to know that it's just going to take some time. Right now, he may be figuring some things out, working on some things. So he's telling you he wants to take his time, or that he needs more time. I'll clarify, what does time mean? That came out. Okay. So I have lust. I mean, maybe he's wanting more time to have passionate moments with you. If he feels like there's just, a lot going on between work and, probably raising children and things like that. It's something about wanting more time, I feel, with you directly on an intimate level. But let me see what else. Clarifying time. Got two cards here. Okay, so time is recharge, breathe, let go, clear your mind. So he wants to take some time with you is what I'm picking up. To just not focus on work, not focus on, a whole lot of outside factors, but to just recharge, rejuvenate your energy, have some passionate moments together, get out, relax, have fun, and just put away all of the other worries and stressors. But I also have blocked, moved on, nothing to say, stop calling. So for you, divine feminine, I don't know if you've blocked this person, or let me clarify, why is that coming out? Okay, daydreaming, head in the clouds, delusions, hopes, and dreams. I mean, you might be kind of blocking this person out for some reason, where you have particular fantasies about what you want things to look like. But you may not be giving yourself permission to see what's right there in front of you. Let me see. I'm going to take one more for blocked. This says insatiable, unquenchable, wanting more. Oh, okay. You might, for some of you divine feminine out there, you have a divine masculine who has a very high sexual appetite, okay? Very high sex drive. And you may feel like, no, I need to preserve my energy. No, But for them, they're saying, hey, I want more time to create these intimate moments with you. Okay. They have, it's like they have a very strong pull and desire towards you. And so you may not be used to this. Maybe you spent a lot of time in hermit mode, just kind of focused in on, balancing out your sexual energy, getting yourself in alignment, doing your spiritual work, focusing on your creativity and things like that. And they come in and it's like this insatiable appetite, like unquenchable, wanting more. So you might be like, look, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Okay. So let me just see. This says established, settled, secure, wealthy. I think you want to make sure that you want to feel secure. That's what I feel like. You want to feel completely secure. So you don't want to be overly consumed with just that aspect. Not saying that this person is only offering that, because I see a lot of affection. I see a lot of emotions. I see a lot of fun times. But I think you want to make sure that this person is fully where they need to be. Maybe they have messed some things up, okay, in the past. They could have messed things up for them financial wise, where they feel like a failure, because this does say failures down there, where this person, your divine masculine, could be thinking about what, where they could be had they not taken particular paths or dealt with particular people. But I feel like for you, you want to kind of just lay back a little bit and give this person the opportunity to make sure that they are secure as well, so that you could feel mutually secure within a relationship. But I do see this person has a very strong appetite for you, divine feminine, and so it can be overwhelming. Now, this says two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber. I don't know who this could be. This could, let me see. Let me clarify why that's coming out. It could be that you kind of feel the need to push this person away because at some point they did live a double life. At some point they could have been a cheater or backstabber. This is for those of you who have dealt with this person before. Or it could be that, you could meet somebody and you might assume that based on their past that that's who they are today. They might be honest with you and say, hey, I used to be a player. I used to, run around in the streets and, I got a few miles on me. They might be honest with you about that, but you might question like, okay, does this person live a double life? Do they have the right motives? And so it might cause you to want to block and push this person away. But I don't know if that's going to be the easiest thing to do, because I see a lot of, a strong bond here. That's what I say. With that soulmate card, it's a strong bond. And so that's why I consider your first card, as far as the declare and decree deck, what you need to clear out, deals with unforgiveness of yourself and others. And so if this person is someone from your past they lived a double life, they were a backstabber, they did hurt you, they cheated, things like that, forgiveness would be necessary. I do have, karmics, third parties, haters, lesson learned. See, they had to go through a lot of lessons for what they did. They dealt with a lot of karmics, attracted a lot of karmic energy into their life. This is what's clarifying this card right here. So you may feel the need to push this person away, or to create space for yourself because of the things that they've done in the past, whether it was towards you or towards others. But this says lesson learned at the bottom of the deck. So they attracted a lot of karmics, third-party situations, haters. I mean, I feel like, and with this having a Buddha doll, a Buddha statue and candles, there could be some healing that this person has gone through in order to balance out their energy. So, okay, this says possibilities, follow your dreams, make up your mind, believe in yourself. So I feel like, divine feminine, you have a direction that you are heading in. You know where you want to go. You are focused on following your dreams. Your mind is made up in terms of which direction you're heading in, especially when it comes to your purpose for many of you. And for those of you who are not clear about what your purpose is, feel free to reach out for a reading. I am able to tap in and see what is in alignment with your purpose here in this lifetime. But I feel like many of you have clarity about that. And so this person, they want to follow you, I feel. You see how he's reaching out for her hand and going in the direction that she's going in. I feel like he wants to, it's almost like following your lead in some ways, divine feminine. And I know for some of you, you're like, well, that's kind of backwards, but I mean, that's societal input. It doesn't have to be that way, because the divine feminine wakes up first here in the age of Aquarius, and then the divine masculine follows. And so that's just how it plays out. So This says exhausted, burned out, burdened, empty. So your divine masculine could be very tired, burdened, burnt out. And so they need a vacation. You see how he has bags packed. So it's this energy of needing to get away, needing to clear the mind. Let me see what he wants you to know, a little bit more about that. And then I'm going to tap in and see what you can do to enhance the relationship in a more positive way. So this says clingy, feeling trapped pushes me away. Please give me some space. So I feel like this is you, divine feminine, because this is you up here that's like blocked. No, this person may have a very insatiable appetite. This could be you, and I feel like they might feel like you're pushing them away. Let me see. Codependency. I need you. So yeah, you might feel like this person is codependent on you in some way, shape, or form. And so they could feel like they need you, because they got a lot going on. It could be, they feel like they need your energy around. What is this? I want to make things right. So they want to make things right between the two of you, okay? They want to fix things, but you might feel like they're pushing too much, like they're clinging to your energy, or it's like a codependent energy, and you don't want that. And so you're very intentional about giving this person enough time and space to focus on creating their own security and making sure that they're good, whether security deals with material abundance or whether it deals with being secure within themselves. You want to make sure that this person is on that level so that you don't feel overwhelmed or drained. So this says here, selfish. I love the way you make me feel, but I can't give you the same in return. So I still feel like this is your energy that could be holding back, though. Let me see. What is selfish? Maybe they feel like they can't reciprocate the things that you're able to provide in the relationship right now because they made certain mistakes in the past and messed things up. They made stupid decisions. Let's just put it that way. Let me see. This says walls. I feel like I can't get through to you. Please let me in. Yeah, this is your energy where they feel like it's like you might love the way that they make you feel, right? But sometimes you feel like you can't give it in return because you're still watching and scoping things out to see, like, is this your person? Can this go for the long haul? Will they, get in alignment with themselves and heal particular areas? And then also the unforgiveness. You still have to work on forgiveness. So what clarified that is this walls card. I feel like I can't get through to you. Please let me in. So they feel like you put walls up between the two of you at times. And so they're wanting to work things out with you. They want to make things right, but they feel like it's hard to get to your heart and get you to open up your heart because you have this protective barrier in front of you. So this says ring, I promise you. So they might be making particular promises. They might want to get you a ring, a promise ring, to secure your mind in some way. This says ego. It's easier to block everything out right now. I'd rather ignore my emotions. So sometimes this person, they might get into their ego, or they may feel like you're in your ego, so where you try not to feel too much, or where they try not to acknowledge feeling rejected by you at times. So their ego could kind of get in the way and kind of push them to, respond in a particular manner so that they don't come off like they're emotionally clingy or, codependent and things like that. The last one here says gentle. I'm staying away from you because the last thing I want to do is hurt you. So they're trying to be gentle. They feel like this is a very fragile relationship here. They feel like it's, they might have to kind of walk on eggshells in some ways here. So they're trying to be gentle and to give you the space that you ask for as often as you need it. But they have this appetite for you to where it's like it's kind of difficult to do that. So let me see, what can you do, Divine Feminine, to enhance the connection? Let me see. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment below and let me know if this resonates with your relationship dynamic, or you may come back and revisit this months from now after you meet someone and find that it resonates with you in some way. So let me see, what can you do, Divine Feminine, to enhance the relationship? So I have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is all about showing affection, making small gestures and offers, emotional gestures though. So it's like maybe a little peck on the cheek, or, a hug, or, just something sweet. That's what the Page of Cups is all about. Something sweet, offering something nice, letting your guard down. Page Knight of Pentacles. So what you can do is take your time here. Take your time. Don't rush anything. Let this person come towards you and show you that they're fully committed to the process of building this relationship for the long haul. So I do feel like with these two cards coming out, the way she's facing him, it's like you want to be more receptive to the small gestures, the small efforts that's being made here, but also reciprocate in a, with a small gesture as well. So it's almost like meeting this person where they meet you. So if they take a small step towards you, you take a small step towards them, and just kind of matching the energy and reciprocating the energy is what I feel you're being called to do, Divine Feminine. This is the Four of Wands. So this is all about creating that firm foundation with each other, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and in some cases further down the line, potentially even, merging homes, moving in together, leveling up with a higher level of commitment. But it's two people who are moving towards a common goal here. So it's all about balance, focus, security. Listen to your intuition as well, Divine Feminine, and also move in silence as well. I have a card in my other deck. It says, talk less and feel more. That's what I feel like this High Priestess is giving. Talk less and feel more. So pay more attention to how this person expresses their love language versus what they're saying verbally. But you want to listen to that too. But this is definitely giving a strong energy of listen to your intuition. How do you feel? Be silent and just watch and observe, but also staying on top of your spiritual growth, doing the spiritual work to ensure that energy from the past is not what's causing a hindrance or a blockage between the two of you right now. So listen to your intuition for sure. Let me see. And then I'll take one more. Three of Wands. That's all about remaining optimistic. Be optimistic about where the future is going to take you. And that's, a good card to come out because it's one of the first cards that you have that says stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So be optimistic and know that, things can move forward in a positive direction because we have the Three of Wands looking ahead towards the Four of Wands energy. So if you look forward in a positive direction and you have a positive outlook on where things could go, it could definitely level you up to the Four of Wands, which is emotional fulfillment, security, stability, happy life together. So just be optimistic. Three of Wands plus the Four of Wands is a Seven of Wands. So it does also indicate standing your ground though. So creating healthy boundaries for yourself. This person, they still may have some healing to do. So you might have to, stand up and say, hey, no, not today. Okay, no, you're not going to drain me today. You might have to, put that guard up sometimes when you notice particular patterns just to, so you got to teach people how to treat you. I feel like this person has the right intentions. They want to make things right. So they're not going to intentionally do anything to hinder the progression of your connection. But sometimes you might notice particular things that you just have to, stand up and set healthy boundaries with, and that's okay. I feel like this person will be receptive to that and you won't get pushback in regards to that. But also it could be opposition from outside people who just don't want to see y'all together, considering that this could take you to a higher level of commitment. That opposition is also where you would need to stand your ground and set firm boundaries in terms of people minding their business and, focusing on their own love life and not focusing in on you because you're grown, Divine Feminine, clearly. So that's my message for you all. I hope that this brought y'all some clarity. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll talk to y'all next time.